Hello, good day, Merry Christmas. I don't know if it's Christmas when we're releasing this video though, because
Okay.
the editing and all that. So this video is all about how 2024 was.
Okay.
Previously, I wanted to give it the name because I actually achieved a very big milestone that used to be my dream. You know, when you're just starting your freelancing career and then you're checking other people's Upwork profile, that what has this person achieved, how much is this person making,
Like God,
and then it's 10K, and be like, God, when?
now.
And then, so I finally achieved it, which is earning 10K on my Upwork profile. I was like, okay, let's create a video on this. And I would have loved to have created this video like a long time ago, but I didn't because I had issues with my phone. Yeah, the video may be looking good, the quality may be looking good, so I actually just purchased a phone just for the tubes. That's a Samsung Galaxy, Samsung S24 Ultra. But unfortunately, it fell inside pool 5 days after buying the phone, and then I had to spend extra to repair the phone. All right, so basically we're going straight into it, and then as you can see, maybe wondering who is this beautiful face right on by my side. This is Fiyinfoluwa Awopetu.
Hi guys.
We are also in the same community, and then we just want to make this more of a discussion and just to give you something raw, unfiltered, raw, and coming from experience. She's an experience, someone I respect a lot because of, in fact, she's my trainer. She's my boss.
Amen.
And she has taught a lot of people, different communities, and yeah, so we're diving straight into it. So Prophet, let's hear from Miss Finn. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you so much, Mr. Joshua. Fellow 10K Upwork earner. Although, funnily, just a few days back, my main Upwork account that I've been working on for almost a year now, okay, just maybe like 2 months above a year, which I had made my own 10K on, was recently suspended. So this conversation is quite interesting for me, you know, because we're talking about hitting 10K milestone on an Upwork account, the entire freelance journey over the last few months in 2024. And it feels like as though I'm starting over because the suspension is for like 6 months. So I'm just building a brand new account from scratch. So yeah, definitely looking forward to gaining some lessons myself.
Do you see why I told you she's my boss? Because normally if I were to be the one, I would probably break down. I also had issues with suspension at some point in time where it was like the world was against me. My Fiverr account, level 2, currently got flagged. My Upwork account got suspended. Yeah. But normally if we were in the normal world, these are things that would weigh some people down. But yeah, that's why it's good to have a community. It's one of the points that I'll be discussing today. So we have 21 lessons.
Okay.
21 points that we've listed down that I have learned in 2024. The year's running to an end. So we'll be taking it one by one. I'll be discussing it so that you can also learn something. So I've taken the first one, which is never get too personal with the client. Never get too personal with the client.
All right.
And at some point in time, you feel like, okay, you have a good relationship with the client, and then everything is going smoothly. Suddenly, okay, let me tell you a story. There was a client I was working for, I think towards the beginning of the year, and I thought she was already my paddy, my friend, and then we could play and joke and have fun. Not knowing that this lady was actually having the intention that I was being unprofessional. And then we kind of had an argument whereby, also because I got personal with her, I was thinking I could, shift her project. She will understand. They're already more like friends and on talking terms because I had her on a different platform. Like I was already speaking with her on Facebook and not on Upwork or Fiverr. And then it got into an argument, and I was thinking, I'm still playing with you now. Not knowing that she just started yabbing me. I was like, unprofessional, you're this, you're that. I was like, damn. I thought we were friends.
We're friends. Actually.
When this starts, and there's something I actually coined that first impressions matter, but last impression lasts. And since then, we were never able to like go back on talking terms again because I was disappointed. I never felt like working with her, and even if I want to have a conversation with her, it was grudgingly. And then she noticed it, and then we basically stopped talking again. I actually blocked down the focus. So that is my point. I don't know if you have anything to say regarding that.
Well, I agree with not. Is the point of, you must always remember that Upwork you get to meet people. You know, they're not family. You guys can get very, very close, but we must always just be careful. Maybe as the sellers and as the people putting our services out there and putting ourselves at the moment, so let it get too much in our head. Because I had a client like that, in fact. When this Upwork account was suspended, I was counting on this guy that, this guy is my friend, this guy is my OG, that he would just help me go on Upwork, help me maybe give some few reviews. I even told him that if he could help me appeal, because I know that one thing that would have helped is if some clients can say to me that, say to Upwork that, this person should definitely be allowed to work again, all of that. Not knowing that, he went to go and do the opposite. He went there, gave me about 3.5-star review twice. He gave me bad review tells kilo shele. Person I'm hearing is almost exactly the same situation that you had. But I'm too playful. The project is overdue. I'm not really taking this thing seriously. He has been speaking to his mentors. They feel like as though I'm taking this too lackadaisical. I was like, from where to where did we throw? What did we carry? So I was just like, okay. You know, we must always draw that professional line, because at the end of the day, these people just met you. You just met them, and you have not even seen. This somebody that literally was offering me, if not for the fact I'm still in school, was offering me the opportunity to move out to the States for at least a year, because his recent investors needed his team to be physically in the US. I was offering me a pay of $250,000 per year outside transportation, feeding, healthcare, and accommodation. That's like almost $20,000 per month. And all of a sudden, the switch. So you can never be too careful.
Crazy. Just as you rightly said, always there should be a line.
Yeah.
No matter how playful or how much you want to show that I'm human, or like most times these people don't even, I wouldn't say they don't care. There are some people that actually do care, because of course you are not a robot. But there should be some things you don't say. There should be some things you don't do. Like that's just how it is, because regardless, they are still clients, it's still work. So you should be of course they are your boss. Let's just put it as that.
Yeah.
They are your boss. There are some things you can't do with your boss. There are some things you can't. So draw a professional line. Don't get too personal with the client. And which this can actually cost you a lot. Like there is someone that actually spoke to us, I think some while ago, and she gave, the name of the person is Fumulayo Adeniji.
Okay.
Yeah, and then she gave like different kind of clients that we have in the world. And she categorized them, some Ruby, some Emerald, some this. There are some clients that they bring their jobs and then they are all playful and they want to do with you and they want to do that. And then they are willing to pay much. Those are clients. I will not say those are good clients. And there are some that they are willing to pay, but just cut straight to points. They are not besties.
So, we're not besties. It's a business transaction.
Do my job for me. I don't care whether, don't ask me, have you eaten today? Whatever, I'm not your boyfriend. Okay, so that's just one thing. So if you are somebody out there probably facing this thing, I'm like maybe you are already, you face something similar to that, or you are currently in something like that, and then it's looking like because it even cuts to some extent, it's even cuts how much you can charge. It's cuts how much you can charge, because
you'll be feeling like
my friend, don't worry, I'll do it for you.
Exactly.
Do you understand? So, and of course your goal is to make money, also build good relationship, but there should be a limit to it. And if you're also planning to be a freelancer, put this into consideration and don't get too personal with the clients. So
well, I feel like number 2 point here is kind of related to, because number 2 is never argue with the client. Never argue with the client, especially if you are planning to freelance. You want to work on a platform such as Upwork. Although Upwork as a platform is known to be equally biased, that is, they take both the point of view of the seller as well as the buyer, that is we as well as the client. But at the end of the day, now the person when they bring money on their platform, they will give priority to. You get, so you always want to make sure that you never argue with the client. Let everything be plain. Like the reason for my Upwork account suspension was because a particular client had complained that I was taking too long on the project, which Upwork could actually see, because there seemed to be a lot of back and forth. But when I always make sure that things were plain, I was always calm. There was one video that Mr. Joshua did when he said that he was very, very angry with the client and wanted to express himself. So he wrote out his first response, and he calmed down and he took it to ChatGPT. ChatGPT that rephrased it or rewrote it. That's always the best approach. One thing that really, really saved me was that during this entire process, I was calm. It took 2 weeks before even me and the person that reported me and cut my account to be suspension even started talking. In fact, he is the reason why I had to open a brand new account, and he's one that just recently paid me $150 on that account and gave me a $25 tip. Gave me a good review, because you're like, oh, Maverick, I want to help you build up this new account. It got to a point he even started feeling bad that I had lost that account that I've been building on. What did I do? I was calm, and I did everything to give the platform as much proof as possible that no matter what has happened, though, I said they respect this guy. When we went on a meeting, maybe 2 or 3 days after the account suspension, and I was like, oh, I'm mistaken, we should start another project. I can't though. Did you know that because of this that you did, Upwork suspended my account, so I cannot initiate any new contract? I was like, wow, really? He was even working with one other person simultaneously as he was working with me. That guy is in the US. That guy even did much more rubbish and stress him more than I did. But he's quite shocked that it was my own account that got suspended. Now he called the reason, say, are they trying to say that because I'm in like Africa or something like that, they kind of treated me worse than they did to this guy. This guy's account is still, and still he has not submitted that project. That project is like 8 weeks late. And me that I took so much time, what shall me blocking or what shall me suspension? You never want to argue with an account, because at the end of the day, now them go last win. Protect yourself, protect your account, protect your source of income, and just always be calm. Two people cannot be mad. So if somebody is on fire and the person is hot and all of that, you'll be the water that will calm the situation down. And last, when they calm down, they realize that okay, it's not this bad. And if you had spoken in meditation, to no end wrong.
And there is something that I also learned from reading, that nobody actually wins an argument.
Yeah.
Like I think I was still reading it in a book, Goals by Brian Tracy, and it was like, yeah, shit happens. And most people, the next, maybe let's say you get laid off from work, most people be like, I want to justify this. I want to argue that I'm meant to actually be in this job. I did this, I did that.
Yeah.
I stayed this long. Like, you don't need that. You just need to accept. So as a freelancer, you have to, being a freelancer, sometimes you have to be like a robot. Like ChatGPT can't get angry with you.
Honestly.
No matter what you say, it is always polite.
Yeah.
That is just how you have to be as a freelancer. You don't argue with a client. And yeah, truly you are human. There are some times that you actually, even if you want to say you are correct or you are right in some aspect, you say it's calm. Now, even though you can't say it's calm, this is me trying to, because I'm this kind of person that I like saying things the way I feel. So, but if I've actually had many experiences, if I was like my natural person, I'm like, I want to say it the way it is.
Many things
I will not have any client to work with, because I would say things in a way that I will win. And like I said, nobody wins in an argument, or somebody will feel hurt. Because when there's this illustration I like to it as well. I don't know if we know a game called Seesaw, like this game where somebody sits on, like let's say we are sitting here on a blog and then go like this,
up and down.
That is the way argument is. When I am arguing, when you tell me something to counter whatever point I made, I will look for something to counter whatever point you made, and it will keep going on. But if we are all on the same side, let's say I don't want to play the seesaw game again and I can't sit down with you, I agree with you, the game doesn't continue again.
Yeah.
So the game doesn't continue again and everything gets, one just have to accept for each other. And most times it is you as a freelancer that accept for your clients or with your client. Although there are some places you have to say. That's why before the contract gets started, don't be too excited with the contract and then later have to explain that I don't do this, I don't do that. Like, lay it out. These are what I'll be doing, this is what I'll be doing, this is what I'll be doing. So that when something happens, you can back it up. That I already said this previously, that this is what I would be doing and I can't do this. So that is just one thing that we should put into consideration.
I agree. And I think something that's also very important is don't be too caught up in winning the argument. Just be caught up in understanding. You get. Don't let your victory and your trophy come in. I won. I had the last say. Blah blah blah. They can't block you. They request what is it they call that thing? Like if somebody is requesting payback of their cash, they probably done the half of the job is not complete, your account is blocked. What did you really win?
You didn't win.
You didn't win anything. You lost so much. You lost the
client.
client, you lost his possible referrals, you lost possible jobs with it. You potentially even lost your trust or confidence with Upwork. You lost your account. You lost money. You lost time. You lost a lot of things. So what did you really win? I think what Mr. Joshua said is perfect. Rather come by that, so let it be acceptance. And I think another thing that can really help in making sure that there are no arguments or fights is how you phrase some certain things you are saying to clients. Like this guy that reported me, he's temperamental. He's choleric by nature. And once I've known that, once it starts like this, I give him a listening ear and I'm like, I'm with you, Elaine. I got you. I understand. You're right. I'm following. Like I'm giving him those assertive words, letting you know that I'm following. And then I say, well, hear me out. What do you think about this? What's your thoughts on this perspective? I wanted to get your idea on this. Let me pick your brain on this. So I'm saying words as like, you're right. How about this too? You get. So it's not looking like as if you don't want to counter them. Especially when you're dealing with a client that's male. You know, his ego is all up in the air. Everything is happening, and he's now thinking, Talele, who's person I want to drag out? Drag and calm down, Baba. On the same side. So I think one of the things that really messes a lot of freelancers is just their verbiage, how they do things, the way they structure and arrange their sentences. How are you really addressing these clients? Are you making them feel? I was telling you about a client that said I should not message him earlier than a certain time today. And I could have vexed, say, because my email also the complaint say I know they reply fast, I don't message fast. But I was like, oh, actually understand, you are quite right, time zone. Make him even feel like the conversation ended nice. He told me bye, I told him bye, say enjoy your rest of next year, we'll talk soon. So just how you phrase and arrange things that really matters.
So first impression matters. Last impression last. because you're also in this part of the world where I don't feel like I'm in Nigeria, this thing. But to some extent, the world is a bit biased towards this part of the world. And I'm sure on the tube there are many other like freelancers or people from different parts of the world. So I don't know. That is just how it is. As Nigerians, the world is a bit compared to us because there are some things that we are limited to. And of course, there are some things that are true about this part of the world. And you don't want to be this kind of person that lets a client confirm that this bad attitude or this bad character actually do exist
in Nigerians.
Do you understand? Because they would go out and spread it. If they probably see another person that wants to work in Nigeria, like, no, don't work with the Nigerians. Like most times, don't be selfish. Don't think about yourself. Think about other people that the person can also encounter. Don't mess things up. You may think you only messed it up for yourself. You're messing it up for another person. So that is just one thing. So let's go to the next point. The next point is you can never be too careful not to work with a bad client. They would automatically come. You can never be too careful. There's no how you want to say, I'm a good person. I want to filter those that I work with. I don't want to work with a bad client.
I think there was a voice note that was posted recently. I think that was one Miss Idea dropped about the recent stream of scams that's been happening on Upwork. This guy has scammed almost $9,000 between 2015 to today. His account was just officially blocked when like number of freelancers came together. In Nigeria, you know, when the number of like freelancers in our community came together to just like Upwork could pick it. You know, a lot of freelancers are reporting this particular buyer hasn't just like locked up his account. So you can't. It's unavoidable. It's unavoidable. You can't just say, no, what grace. And yes, grace cover you, but grace stay vigilant too.
Can never be too careful. Like you excitedly work with the client. You get excited to work it. And at first, sometimes you will see the flags. Sometimes you not see the flags. I worked with a client one time that our job seemed so simple.
So straightforward.
The description seemed so straightforward. It was after we were working that we were now seeing the divisions inside one job description. She'd be like, I said this before. And at first, you'd be like, you didn't say it in your job description. You didn't say it in your job description. And then when you go back to it, everything now seems relatable. And she was paying so low. And then the price was, I think she was paying like $20 or so. The price was already taking a month.
$20.
$20. Price was already taking a month. And she gave like 5 steps. Just like on the 3rd step, she'll review. I don't like this and this thing. Another thing also is that, another red flag is when you are working with a client and the client wants to take you off the platform. Most people feel like Upwork is being too, or Fiverr or Upwork is being too,
they're taking our money.
They're taking our 10%. I want to take my client off.
Okay.
It's a big mistake, especially when it's a client that is telling you that how about we go to other platforms to continue. I just put the other our communication should, because there's nothing to back you up.
I'm telling you. So we need that proof of evidence later on. Those calls, those chats, those messages is a track record that if anything wants up, Upwork has something that can defend you. But everything is ordered there, everything on Facebook. What do you want to do? Reading your Facebook chats. They can't help.
It's easy to manipulate stuff. You can edit. Like I can take a Facebook chat, edit and put things underneath. It's not a proof. But if it is on Upwork, on Fiverr, so that's another red flag. Don't feel like, before I used to be like, I want to have my client on WhatsApp, on Facebook. Even got a point later on, like with past experience, I was like, if anybody is trying, if I don't even use Google Meet again to have my calls, because on Google Meet you can share stuff, and then when a client asks me, can I share stuff? There's no excuse I cannot give any excuse on Google Meet and say, okay, Upwork is tracking my call. So, but if I'm using Upwork Zoom or Upwork or Fiverr Zoom, I can easily tell them, I can escape from the part whenever they ask that, can we take this? I'm like, Upwork is recording, and then they get my account suspended and all that. So that's where I kind of use like escape all those kind of. So it's a red flag. Another red flag also is when an Upwork client or Fiverr or any freelancing platform has bad reviews. You don't be like, maybe this person was not good. This freelancer was not good. That's why I don't have a good relationship with him. Don't worry, I'll be the one to have a good relationship.
Okay.
They play.
Okay.
I once did that, and I was like, maybe because I was checking the reviews of the freelancer, I saw the way they were like being frustrated and giving him bad reviews and everything, and he was giving them 5 stars. He was giving them 5 stars, but they were giving him bad reviews. I was like, this guy is nice. Maybe these people that don't understand him. Let me send a proposal and get the job. I got the job. I dropped him. I was part of those frustrated freelancers.
I mean, how can you see like a string? Maybe just like one, but you see a string of freelancers complaining about you. Said you want to go shoot your head inside.
It's a big red flags. So there are some flags, and it's just that no matter how much you can say, okay, it's just that you become better at noticing that this person is a bad client, and you also become better at drawing your lines. So you don't, even if the person is a bad client, you have something to counter. That I listed this beginning. I worked the client, I think around last month. It was, thank God it was per hour, because that's one great thing about Upwork. Now, I'm not saying one is better than the other, but that's just my experience. And then I worked for it was a 40 hours per week contract, and then I worked 30 hours, and then suddenly she was asking for a refund that I overworked. I was like, ready? Said it now. In fact, you said 50 hours per week, and I've not even used 40 hours. And then she's not asking for the refund of maybe a particular, asking refund for everything I've worked for. But thank God for Upwork. They saw how much time I've worked. They saw as it was being tracked, screenshots were taken and everything. Although they refunded, I think around 4 hours, back to her 4 hours that maybe sometimes then I go use the toilet, or when I go eat something like that, or maybe because sometimes I sleep off while working, so they refunded. But thank God for the security. If not, she would have gone away with your own funds. So anyways, you cannot be too careful not to work with the bad clients. They will come whether you like it or not. So Upwork has good clients, Fiverr has good clients, Freelance has good clients, I agree with good clients, but this you cannot be too careful. So fourth one.
Okay, so the next point we have here is no platform has the best clients. No, there's always this myth that all the golden clients are on Fiverr, or the best clients are on Upwork, they are the best clients are on Facebook, they are on LinkedIn, they are on Freelancer, they are on Designer 99, they are on freelancer.com. It does not exist. I always say there are 7 billion people. In fact, I was shocked one day when a particular job that I applied for on freelancer.com, I saw the exact same job on Upwork. So I sent a proposal for it on Upwork, sent a bid for it on freelancer.com. The exact same job on the exact same company or the exact same person on 2 different platforms. So there is no best client, best platform. That I don't believe it exists. It's just a matter of you being able to sift through. Sometimes you will run into the best client. I mean, I've experienced some clients. I'm like, wow, are you sure you're human? You must be an angel. And then I've seen some clients. I'm like, wow, are you sure you're human? You must be the son of the devil. You know, there are those 2 sides to the coin. You will experience it, and I can say I've experienced good and bad freelancer. I've been client on different freelance platforms. Yes, each platform has its own benefit. Like me, I love Upwork because Upwork as a platform, their escrow period is just 5 days. That of Fiverr is 14. You get. So this speedability of me being able to access my money, I like that. I also like Fiverr because Fiverr as a platform is a platform where it is very accommodating to the unexperienced. So to say, like, you don't necessarily need to be a master of that particular skill. Once you are just able to use your sales and marketing and conversion and land that client, that you go consult out, I won't do the project. That was left. But Upwork requires you to come with some level of expertise and professionalism to it. So each platform has its own added benefits, and you cannot judge a platform because of human beings, because it's human beings that make up the buyers on the platform. So there's no best client in one platform and they're not in another platform.
Sometimes some people say that clients on one platform pays more than the other, client on the platform pays more than the other. And one of the ones that they used to compare with most times is Fiverr and Upwork. It'll be like client on Fiverr pays smaller compared to client on Upwork. But I've actually realized that sometimes, I mean, it's actually false. I will not say the opposite is the case. Whenever I say the opposite is the case, that means I'm saying Upwork has low clients. So most times I've even worked with clients on Fiverr that paid more than clients on Upwork. So no platform has the best clients. Most times people hear about platforms maybe while watching a YouTube video or something, and then they don't even know whether any other platform exists, and they either come to Fiverr or they come to Upwork. So there is nothing like this client has the best. I mean, this platform has the best clients. So yeah, that's just that on that. So in case you are thinking, you're asking the question that in which one should I go for? Should it be Fiverr? Should it be Upwork? I think she already mentioned it. Now, if we are like unexperienced, or you don't really have much work examples or portfolio, you can choose to go for Fiverr. If you are professional, of course, everyone is professional. If you have a lot of like portfolio samples and everything, you can choose to start with Upwork. And most times you can, what's the word for it when you move to the other?
Deport, I'll be migrate.
Yeah, you can migrate to the other platform as time goes on. So also I have this number 5. It's hard to freelance without having a community. It's very hard to freelance. I've seen a lot of people that they've opened, either a Fiverr account or account for the past 6 years. They're like, I don't know what to do there. That's because you don't have a community. Like, if you don't have a community, if you don't have like-minded people doing the same thing with you, you would feel like you're left alone. You don't know what to do. You don't know how to go through things and all that. That's when you have something to say.
I agree. Before we both joined this community, I had a Fiverr account open for almost 2 years, 1 year plus, maybe 1 year, like 6 months, and I made a whooping $0. Whooping. And then it seemed like one switch was just automatically turned on, and I joined our community, MBO and the likes, and my first 3 months opening another Fiverr account, I was already making money, getting results, clients, messages, ranking, gigs, all of that. I was like, what was the difference? It's the fact that not only my head they carry on that time, I was the only person thinking, strategizing, finding solutions, doing research, getting ideas. But now it was like thousands of people were getting ideas, doing research, and then you just ask, and somebody's like, oh, this something that could have been pressurizing and stressing your life for weeks. So it's like, this one. That's the beautiful thing about being in a community, is that you being somewhat of a newcomer, there are people who have been there before you and they have gathered experience, whether through positive or negative occurrences. And so what seems so new and big and strenuous to you, they're like, I've been there, done that. So and the fact that these platforms are not static, especially Fiverr is ever changing. Fiverr is changing every single second of every single minute of every single day. Upwork still has a bit of stability to their structure. And even Upwork is changing. I saw Uma now. Different things are just happening. So you need to make sure that you're always staying up to date. You are never, ever using past knowledge to apply future principles. If not, you're going to be stranded. And having those future principles is one of the benefits of being in the community.
So it's hard to freelance without a community. It's self-explanatory. So you're probably thinking of, okay, a community should I join? She mentioned one. We have a community of freelancers where we can actually, get to check you, interview you, okay, see if you are actually best fit for our community. As it's our MBO, business organization, to have a community for the Achievers Tribe. So if you're interested in one, you can just drop a comment below, and then you can see if we are good fit for each other. So moving on to the next point, Ms. Fiyin.
So the next one we have here is, do not take your bias for granted. Do not take your bias for granted. I don't know what I was listening to this, but somebody was saying that to take something for granted is to trivialize its importance or its value. So as I take my phone, for example, if I take my phone for granted, I'm saying that the phone does not really matter. I'm like disregarding how much easier it makes my life. Have you ever thought of how many things we'll have to hold if we didn't have our phone? What the calculator, what the notepad, what the calendar, you literally be holding all your money in your hand. Like there's a lot of things that this phone does. And it's the same thing, you must realize the value that each of your clients bring. I mean, yes, you must just realize that and understand that and never take them for granted. I remember one of my most painful experience that was on Fiverr. I lost a $1,200 job. What happened? This client had made it very, very clear that he doesn't joke with his timelines. That's another lesson that I've also learned. We say it in our community too, that you treat everybody equally by treating them differently. And it's just the point. I have a particular client. I love that guy so much, but he can waste time. Jesus. We have been on a job now. We're going to this year, 2025, have we? We've been on a project since 2023, and we're about to go into 2025, and we're still not done. Because of him. And it's such that he will come back after like 3 months. Okay, Fiyin, I'm ready now. Okay, let's do it. And then he will pick up the Figma design that we have done because it's an app. I'll be like, I don't really like this thing again. Let's redo it. Go call me. You go pay your money again. We have redone the Figma design like 3 times. So we have been together since 2022, me and this particular client. So I think what happened to me then was that I was carrying, this is how I've been interacting with this client for almost 2 years. And then when this new client came, I thought it would be the same. I learned the hard way. So now, whenever it is that I'm interacting with clients, I treat each differently. I study them. I know, okay, this is how I interact with this person. This one is this one. Like him now, I need money. Because we're saying we did Christmas. So there's one project that we do together. I don't want to go and submit it. And it will clear in the next 13 days. He will not even know. It doesn't come online. He's available when he wants to be available. There's another client of mine. If you log 30 minutes, Fiyin, what's this? What did you do? And I'm checking them like, Baba, it's 2 a.m. in your time zone. Why are you far away? You get, because some people are just that particular. So all I'm simply trying to say is, maybe we'll talk about that as another point, maybe that might be like point 20, but then don't take clients for granted. Treat them with the honor and respect that it is due. Like, for example, a client wanted to send me an offer on the account. No offer, I can just accept it directly. But instead, he sent me an invite. So I had to apply for the job. And then it was getting to the point where 2 days later, I had applied. He has not yet started the contract. And I had finished the job. I even submitted. I was like, oh, do you realize you've not actually accepted or given the job? So, he did not know. I said, I think the mistake you made was this time he sent me an invite instead of just a direct offer. He had to go and check. He told me by himself that there were over 109 other people other than me that applied to that job. He said, Maverick, I couldn't find your name. He said, I had to start looking and searching. He said, I had to turn on my filter for females and then for females in Africa, females in Africa and Nigeria, to show you how much people were in Christmas time applying for that job. And you're taking that kind of person for granted. He chose me over 108 people. He paid me, gave me a tip, gave me a good review. So at the end of the day, you're not just getting just money, you stand a lot to gain. So to take that for granted, you safe. People, they're hungry,
There are thousands of freelancers.
People, they're hungry for streets.
Thousands of freelancers.
At least that's one thing that freelancer.com taught me. They drop a job now. 3 seconds later, 99 people have bidded. The person now messages you, or the person now hires you, pays you, and then you're just being... Maybe it's just a job. No be $100.
There are a lot of people that actually take it for lesser than that.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of freelancers, a lot of freelancing platforms. So you get a client, hold on tight.
I'm telling you. Hold on tight,
Hold on
tight.
So basically hold it tight for those that are not Nigerians.
Yes.
Hold your clients tight.
Hold your client tight.
All right. So moving to the next point, and this is something that actually, I think most people it affect them. Fast delivery does not mean low quality.
Yeah, very true.
Some people will be like, I don't want to. I've done the job. I don't want to submit it now because the client may feel like I didn't really work much on it. I had that mindset before, not until I hired someone on Fiverr, and then in less than, I've had something like that happen multiple times. In less than the time she actually gave me that she's going to finish the job, he submitted it to me. I was like, wow.
I know that feeling.
I was like, wow, that's fast. And second time it happened was actually when my phone got spoiled. So I took it to Samsung office and all that, and they told me it would take 3 to 4 business days to actually get it fixed, because they are going to order the parts and everything from Samsung. So, and they even gave it at a cheaper price compared to what other people were saying. And in fact, when I was expecting when I saw their call the next day, I was scared first. The reason why I was scared is because other people called the screen and everything. Some people called it 500,000 naira, some people called it 700, some people 450, some people another Samsung distributor office called it 525. So when I got to that particular office, they called it 300. I was like 300. So I gave it to them. Are you sure?
Are you sure? I checked it out.
Are you sure? So I gave it to them. I quickly transfer money. Okay. I'm expecting you to maybe come later and say it's a mistake.
And
so
the
next day, when I got their call, I was expecting, I'm very sorry, it was the wrong screen that we called for you 300. But actually called me and told me your phone is ready for pickup. I was like, wow, that's fast. That's the same way I told them. I was like, wow, that's fast. And the lady laughed on the phone, and I was so overjoyed. So now imagine if I am a freelancer now and the client, that's the same happiness the client would also experience.
Yeah.
If I get a job, if they give me a job and I finish it fast, save them money.
Yeah, I agree. It saves them money, saves them time, and time is even the most important thing to them. Barely if it's a serious business owner. I posted something on my status. This new job that I just got, the client and I spoke on the 24th. And I told him, I won't be working on Christmas. So he should give me till Sunday to submit the job. And then, only for me to call him back last night, which was Friday night, or like Friday afternoon his own time, because he was expecting it Sunday night. And I told him, I'm done. I was like, Elisa wrote there, did you swallow a cow? and I told him, no, I lied. It was first word, okay, ... I lied, I lied when I said I wouldn't work on Christmas. I actually did work on Christmas, just to make sure that I got this done. very, very fast. Another thing that was killing was the fact that I did not have light. Because you know, parking for like 48 hours. So in my haste of nothing must die, laptop must not die, phone must not die. That was one of the things that really, really caused me to speed up the job. I don't me even do one, but the guy that did it, I was very impressed with him. Usually I would say, oh, until money clears from work, I can do somewhere, but I'll pay him his money today. Because I'm like, that was the speed was amazing. He actually the client wanted to review there, deliver so fast. I'm a happy customer. He wrote it there. Now imagine what that would look like to other clients. I delivered 2 days before the time I had given him. He told me, he said he likes always be proven wrong. So he said if you can beat my expectations and prove me wrong that you can get this done earlier, I'm very impressed. Next thing, and you notice that when you do that, it's easy for a client to refer you and give you more work. He said to me, oh, as soon as we're done with this one, let's move to the very next one. I said, please, we cannot move to the next one now. My phone and my laptop are dead. Let's try tomorrow. That's when I messaged him in the morning that, oh, I'm up and active. When can we go? And I was like, oh, he's still in bed because of time zone, blah, blah, blah. Then he will text me later. So it even gives you more chance for more job. You get, you might have set a goal that, oh, I want to hit maybe $1,000 in a week. But maybe you do a job that was supposed to be done for 2 weeks in 3-5 days. You have the opportunity to take on more. So you can even make more than even you're targeted. So doesn't mean less quality. We have this freelancer saying
under promise over
deliver. Yeah.
Under promise over deliver. It works very well. Most especially as a freelancer in a competitive platform like Fiverr or Upwork.
Yeah.
You don't want to always be in this race of looking for a new client.
Yeah.
So you always want to make someone very impressed. That even if they don't order you the second time, they refer you to somebody else.
Exactly.
So you get free promotion. So that is that on that. So moving on to the next point.
Okay, so point number 8 here, we have gather as much as you can in the beginning of the month. I don't know if it's because of our MBO community or no. There's just this mindset. Something happened where my mom's birthday was December 11th. So my siblings and I, that would be December. Okay, so we have a savings plan. This app is not a promotion. This app, what is the name? This pay small app, CDK. I don't know whether you know it. CDK is an app where you can buy all these appliances, but you just pay money instrumentally small. So ours is a 6-month plan. So it was October, November, December, January, February, March. So what happened was that the laptop already came from mom, so we have the remaining 3 months in the year to pay. So early every month, I tell my family and anybody that I know that I pay all my major bills within the first 6 to 10 days of every month. 6-10 days of every month. And this is the fact that I know we have business responsibility to sort that, this one is just gone. I can begin to think of other things. So, and one of the things that did for me was that it helped me realize that make as much as you can, get as much orders, get as much clients, answer as many invites as possible in the early days of the month. So that you have time to say, okay, I want to spend the rest of this time doing this project. I want to spend the rest of this time submitting this project. And then there's nothing more beautiful to me as a freelancer, knowing that all these platforms, they work on algorithms and statistics, when they feel like as though you got a number of jobs in, and then almost between just small interval of time, you are submitting this because you did a good job, you're getting 5-star after 5-star after 5. The platform will be like, what are you doing here? This is nice. You get. So it's very, very good to, in the start, at the beginning of every month, go crazy, put your head into it, get as many as you can, amass those clients, because it's the beginning of every month. Most companies, most business owners, they have what it is they want to do, whether it's in the social media or with design or with apps or with anything. They are coming fresh and energetic with that energy. So grab them while they are hot, not when things are already settled down for them in the middle of the month and they are getting too comfortable, and not at the end of the month where every other thing is calling for the attention of their salary that they just got paid. It's very, very hard for them to say they want to release one money to one thing, but at the beginning of the month, everybody is work-oriented, goal-oriented, and it's good advice even going into January. Some people still think that January is still holiday. Okay.
That's why I'm making this video now, because we don't want to shift it to January.
January is not holiday. Work has started. Yeah, if we're in the year 2025. So honestly,
you should know how your year 2025 should look like from
now.
I'm working with the client. I've worked with the client since September, and then it's been like 25 hours per week, $12 per hour. And then I saw a message from her that, because we already agreed previously, like that after some months, she's going to decrease the time to like 10 hours. On Sunday, because the time clears, I saw that she actually already changed. No, Monday, yes. She already changed the time limit to 10 hours. And then I was a little bit down. Because I was like, I could have normally made 300 per week. Now I can only make 120.
Yeah.
So I left it. I was like, okay, maybe it's just 10 hours before I could finish. I can work 10 hours in a day. Like straight, sit down with my laptop on the project. I'll work 10 hours. I was like, I'll finish this maybe on Friday. And which was like yesterday. So yesterday I wanted to start working on it. And then when I turned on the tracker, I was surprised to see that it's 10 hours. The 10 hours is meant to start next week.
Oh,
on Monday. These are the 25 hours. I still had access to work for 25 hours
this week. I just went. Hey, oh, you go sit down with our.
So now I'm struggling to make as I don't know how I will finish 25 hours. Saturday.
My God, that's true.
So in the beginning of the week, in the beginning of the month, gather as much as you can. Like if I had checked it on Monday, I'd okay, 24 hours, I will start working on it, and then of course it's my goal. But I procrastinated. So don't be like me.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
So moving on to the next one. Communicate with your client as much as you can, and no matter how hard the situation is. Communicate. Like, communication is very, 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 very important. Don't be like, let me finish the job and then later I'll come and tell you what happened.
Okay. That's it. We heard the tears. It does not ever work well because your head is not the person's head. But you will not
think a lot of things.
You will not finish one thing. The client will tell you that can you have come to me, I've just done this and I told you not to do this. You will not feel like I've wasted my time, my energy, my effort, not knowing that now you do yourself.
So communicate. Like, no matter how hard it is, don't be like, I can be that kind of person. I'll be like, don't worry, I'll tell you. But even if you would say, I'll tell you, go and tell the person, I will tell you because I'm currently working on something. Don't be like, talking to yourself is different from talking to a client.
Yeah.
Some people have this voice in their head and they will communicate with themselves, thinking they are communicating with the client. You don't know what's going on in the client's head. Because they may be thinking, as you don't know with my money, as you done this, the project's not going well. Like what? And before you know it, maybe during the time you want to be knocking on something, you see that person has ended the contract. And then you don't know how to explain yourself. Like, so.
It's very important. And one thing I think really affects people is it's not easy to have tough conversations. One of our colleagues, Miss Blessing, she had an ended contract cancelled order. Why? A client had given her access to his make.com bot to like do a particular integration. And she doesn't know, not that she doesn't know how to do it. There was something that she needed to do, which cannot be possible with Make. Open your mouth as a big girl and tell him, you are possible, but Make. Check and switch as a platform and let's try it on Zapier. No! She said she must find a way to do it. It's impossible. GPT has told you that it's impossible. What if I say, you literally have went to the platform you are working on, their community, everything. They told you, do you understand? And so, because of the fact that she insisted on trying to figure it out, the unfigureable. And so, she now feel like, as though since I don't have an answer, and since I've not done anything yet, I can't answer the client. The client, imagine somebody asking you, hello, are you there? From Thursday to Saturday. I said, no, the guy was actually patient. I ended the contract on Saturday. Can you pay me? If I ask you, hello, are you there? About to contract like 3 hours. I went that contract. Because why? And I'm seeing that your Upwork sign is green, meaning you do online. You doesn't intentionally not reply me. Hello, are you there? Like, are you there? This. He took it as far as going to buy a new text on Upwork. Where are you? Sorry, on Facebook. Where are you? Are you there? Blah blah blah. This. No reply. You should not be surprised that contract was ended. No matter how hard the conversation is, no matter how difficult it may be, always say something. Keep them in the loop. Always, because you have no idea what is going through their mind. You are right, though. They can be thinking a million things. And I've been in those kind of shoes. What's going on? Is it not working? I said, no. Always keep them in the loop. It got to a point I was traveling and I told this guy, I can't take a Zoom call now because I thought I was avoiding him. And he started thinking, are you the one working on the project? What's going on? Are you scamming me? I said, I opened my phone quickly. I did video. I went the window down. I did video. It got to a point where the bus stopped for us, like people to pee. I went, I did a live call. This is me. I'm in the middle of the road. So I'm not lying. Like, I had plans, blah, blah, blah. So that there's just clarity and there's truth. Fact. With client, because he cannot see you. One of them said to me when about to start to cry, he said, Fiyi, I really like you. But you must understand, I don't know you and you don't know. And they are right. They are right. You don't know them, they don't know you. Like there's no backstory, there's no track record, there's no anything. So in the times when they are having serious doubt, if you are not communicating, they have nothing to hold on to. And their mind will just spiral in all kind of thoughts. So over communication is worse than not communicating or under communicating. You can't talk too much. You don't want to prepare you for if you reach a point, nobody after you greet them. I'm just checking in, just seeing do you understand? Saying okay, you are there, you're online, you are present. You get.
Very, very important. Communication.
So I think the next point we have here is you want to be confident and upskill yourself. Be confident and upskill yourself.
Upskilling yourself also makes you confident.
Now, actually, in fact, that's exactly one of the things that Homozi always says. You know, you cannot say that you lack confidence. You cannot say that you lack confidence because you say you lack confidence, but you also lack skill. When you want to see the confidence now, people don't understand that you have confidence in something, and the thing usually you have confidence in is in yourself and the thing that yourself can do. So when you know can't sabi do anything, you go there timid. If you know that you truly don't have anything to offer, you'll be timid. That's why you feel, oh, I can't, I'm shy, I can't charge much. No, if you know what truly you are worth, sometimes it's just the thinking back of the money I spent on a course, the time I've spent learning the course, and make me feel like, do you get? So when you upskill, when you are constantly improving yourself, and sometimes it's not even only, not that this one is not important, it's not even only upskilling in like your actual skill. Maybe I'm an e-commerce expert or a project manager. It's also upskilling personally. One thing I know that I want to do now is there's a job that I had to recently let go of. Why? Because I didn't have a MacBook. You get? So if I have upskilled or upscaled, this one is no longer upskilled. If I've upskilled myself in terms of that, I know that, okay, definitely. Now imagine what's more that thing on Upwork when you pay like $19 or $20 per month. Freelancer Plus. Imagine you know that you have that. It will give you some kind of edge to charge more. Because you are spending money on this platform or on this your skill or on yourself or on your craft or your gadget or your tools. It gives you enough confidence to want to charge the worth of that level of skill. You get? So upskilling, increasing your knowledge, increasing your level of conversion skills, your ability to be better in sales or in marketing, it definitely gives you much more confidence.
And I was watching a movie today because I went to Google and I was like, what movies should entrepreneurs watch? And I saw one, In Pursuit of Happiness. Have you seen it?
Will Smith and
Will
his son.
Smith and his son.
Powerful.
And then he was in the interview. He was not looking good, paint all over his face and all that. And then, of course, he did not know the skill. But one of the things he said is that I may not know the answer to some questions. And I will tell you, it may not be the same way he said it, but that's it. I will tell you I don't know it. But trust me when I say I will find the answers. So this works in both ways. Be confident, upskill yourself and be confident. If you don't know something, be confident saying you don't know. And quick. Go upskill yourself. And also when you upskill yourself, it also gives you the confidence. So Miss Fiyinfoluwa, I already said a lot, so I don't need to go back to it. So next one is that reinvest into your freelancing business. Reinvest like in stuff like getting tools. So you also mentioned Freelancer Plus. If you're on Fiverr, there's Seller Plus. Is it Seller Plus? You get an assistant. Anyway. So invest into your connect, like personally.
You want to play?
Some people are like, no, I'll get my next client. Let me spend this money. It's just like any other business. If it's a seed, every money you're getting is a seed. Once you're eating the seed, what can you plant? You can't plant anything. Personally, before I withdraw funds on my Upwork account, I ensure that my connect 1,000 and above. Sometimes when I make videos of my Upwork, you always say connect like $700 and all that because I'm always having connect. So invest in that, get tools in your skills. Most times, maybe in this part of the world, personally I can say I have not really spent much like that, but towards like the end of the year, I was really purchasing tools to help my SEO skills. I was subscribing to things before I'll be like, nah, I don't need to subscribe to this. They are giving me 10. For example, there's a platform that is giving me the ability to use it's more like ChatGPT, not exactly ChatGPT. Is a tool that I can use 10 prompts daily for free. And then I'll be like, I don't need, I'll go and open different emails. And then once I've exhausted this,
on to the next.
But later I was like,
why the stress? Why?
You just subscribe for a year and then have access to over 200, to use 200, and I cannot even finish it in a day. So, and that actually helped also because it unlocked different features for me that helped me to, offer something good and quality to my clients. So, I don't know if you have anything to say.
No, I agree. I totally agree.
All right. So, upskill yourself, invest into your freelancing business. Freelancing is, you can get started for free, but then as you start to make money, invest back into it.
Okay, so the next point we have here is feel free to unwind sometimes, unnecessary. I think it's the old saying, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Makes people like I think it was even the same client. It was like, Go have fun, Maverick. Lock down your account for Tatiana Kobani. But is it truth? To get to a point where, because if you don't spend your money on yourself and enjoying yourself, you will spend it whether or not. Or something. Imagine sitting back, checking your Upwork or anything, your transaction history. This one. Which one did I use to enjoy myself? You can be so pissed. You will literally be so angry that, I made this much, spent this much, nothing came to me. You understand? So when you unwind, to me, taking a moment to breathe is so, for the right people that do it well. It can be such a great push to want to go back to make more. My God, me and the recent group of my friends just went out. There were 6 of us that went out, and we went out on Tuesday the 24th, the 24th. Today is Saturday the 28th.
Yes.
Between the space of that Tuesday to now, out of the 6 of us that went out, 5 of us have made back. We are saying that more. Any client where I catch now, I go use it because we spent quite a lot on an individual. Although we didn't, what we spent on each hotel, it cost $50. But beside because she dropped order, everybody just say because the feeling of I use my money to enjoy myself. I want to keep on doing that kind of thing. It pushes you to want to make more money. So in case you're thinking, because I want to keep money or have money, that's why I'm not enjoying myself. You are cheating yourself because when you have those kind of experiences, and you know that it's money that gave you the privilege to create those kind of experiences, you want to go back to go and chase that thing, to go and get more of it, to even have greater and much more enjoyable experiences. So please unwind. Maybe every time clients will tell you, say, I'm going for a vacation, you did there, you're waiting for them to come back. You know, go vacation from your own. It doesn't mean that you should not now, you now forget, that was a deal. But it's good to unwind. It just helps mentally, physically, emotionally, and otherwise.
You can set a goal to if I achieve
You
this.
get.
Personally, we even had an event where I was my dream self. Things I never thought I would do that my mom would not allow me to do. I did it in that event. So, and then afterwards, I went to play virtual reality. Later on, I went to the cinema. I'm like, okay, cool. But then I'm already thinking, I go take this money back.
Wow. Like, how do I have so much more?
Yeah, that's it. Because at the end, there's someone that I know. I will not mention the profession, but then she charges high. She was working back to back. Now she's sick. She has to spend the money on drugs, on meds.
Bills, treatments.
I don't say drugs, no, it's meds. On meds. And if only you are just taking or beating what you can like shoot, you'd like enjoy and still go back to work and still because now she's even sick. She cannot deliver quality. So she has to still spend the money on something else. Yeah. So feel free to unwind.
It's better you just spend it on yourself, enjoying, living healthy. Because last time you go spend them.
Just ensure it's something valuable. Yeah, number 13 point, which is never underestimate, so you won't later be overwhelmed. And never overestimate, so you won't be paralyzed.
Yeah. Very true.
You get a job, you underestimate it, right? You just take it. Look at it for now. Like it happened to me. Now I'm overwhelmed. I'm sweating. Because I'm thinking I'm supposed to be working per hour. I only work 5 hours out of 5 hours.
You won't go 20 hours.
I'm thinking how that I want to work the remaining 20 hours. You just don't underestimate so that you won't be overwhelmed later on. And don't overestimate. You won't be paralyzed. Don't be like, this thing is so big.
It's so big. I can't do it.
Start from. And then later on, you still not later come back to being overwhelmed.
I think there's something you used to train on. The value of there's this chart. I can't remember, but it has to do with this. Something incompetence when you are unaware, so therefore you are incompetent. And something I've forgotten what that is and from even which book. But it's simply just talking about this, where because you have said it's not a big deal, or a debate. Yeah, it's a bigger deal, and you also have to be so careful so that you don't make it so much of a big deal that you're never doing anything. That thing happens a lot. Like the fear of failure, even fear of failure in itself can be the cause of the failure because you'll not even end up touching or starting anything.
When you have anxiety, you're fearing something.
I will mess this up. And so before you do, last time you mess up.
You drive yourself to messing up. The next one, okay.
Yeah, so we have point number. Okay. We actually have mentioned it, which is have a community of like-minded people around you. Feel free to pay for one as well or join one that we're already in. You get. I want to be aware already because like there's high achievers community, there's the next business organization community. So we've spoken about it, but all under one particular community. So we've kind of spoken about this point, but just to drive it home is important. There's a reason why I was listening to Vusi, just one of his Instagram or YouTube short, and he was saying that my mentor was like, you want on the mentor? Vusi. I'm like, are you kidding me? I just goes to show that every boss has a boss. You understand? Every mentor has somebody that's your mentor get mentor. And it just goes to say that to think you can do it alone, it's not possible. It's not possible. There will always be something you don't know. I had the opportunity. I want to go into writing this coming year. So I had the opportunity to sit with somebody who has been very successful in that field. That was Friday, and we had like a 3-hour training session, after which I shared my own insights on Upwork. And things that, to me, God knows. If I'm in deep, if I wake me up, like, this. And I was telling this guy, I was like, wow. He took out his way, it was recording me. As if I'm giving a speech or I'm preaching in the church. Everything I said, please, just hold on. I'm like, these are like the basic. I'm like, you really don't know this. He called me, said, because I didn't even know he would take my advice. I left him around 2. Next thing he would call me around to 8. I just leave, And like, we're just leaving where I said, because we went to like a cyber cafe or something like that just to work. They're just living on that. I've been there for the last 4 hours. Yeah, so the things you told me, I've been working on it. So he texted me that yesterday, texted me today. So, multiple my mind, I'm like, you're welcome. But in my mind, do you understand? Everything I've told you is basic. I was even feeling bad that have I really helped this guy? He felt overhelped. And I was like, these things are just because that's just how life works. Because your weakness is somebody else's strength. Your strength is somebody else's weakness. So being in a community just helps you to just complement.
It saves you time.
I'm telling you.
Saves you.
Don't rack your head. Just find the person that sabi this thing.
Before joining this community, I used to try. I'm just kind of lone wolf previously, and I was into graphics design, trying to learn graphics, Photoshop, YouTube, everything. And I didn't really move much. The only money I made was 500 naira. Learning for it was during the Corona period. Learning throughout that period, I made 500 naira from designing a logo. Bonanza, it was because I even did a bonus. And then joining the community, it was a game changer for me because some things would just bust my brain. I'm like, wow. So that's just it. So
it cannot be underestimated though. I have one of my recent teammates. He just joined MBO recently. He bought a laptop 3 days ago. So he has been trying to buy a laptop for months. And the funny thing is, I wish I could even say, I taught him how to freelance, or he made money, or I gave him money. I didn't do anything. In fact, he's still in the process of still learning the skill. So making online money has not started yet. But all that changed was the fact that he has a job that's paying him 30,000 every single month. He's working it every day. But he's still privileged to still be living home. So in terms of rent, food, my parents say they source that one. I was not asking that, Afa, I've been working this job for nearly 2 years. How are you telling me that you have not been able to save 100k for collecting 30k for the last almost 24 months? My presence in his life for the last 3.5 months, and I was able to raise the money, and he finally bought the laptop. So sometimes it's just the advice. Sometimes when he finally had the 120k, he said, Ma, please send me your account number. I said, what happened to me? I don't go spend now. Because that was always his problem. Something will always, being the firstborn and only boy, I could understand that. Always trying to want to do something and contribute. Something always came up. Before we even met, he put his entire last month's salary plus like 20k borrowed money into this thing that did not later yield. And then I was like, okay, no, this is how much you're going to be. Don't be say I collect money from here and do. Don't be say I even give her money, but just advice. This is what you're going to be doing every single month. Okay, he said, okay, we shall have found a way. And before you know it, money was complete. And finally, he now has a laptop he can use to begin his freelance career and skill learning and even begin to make more.
Awesome. So having a community is very, very important. So before we dive deep into the video, so if you are actually getting value from this, of course, do well to hit the like button, share with somebody because we are taking our time.
Yeah.
We're not asking for a dime. That rhymes. So subscribe, leave a comment, share to somebody,
everything
like that, Charlie, and turn on the notification bell so that you can also, get access or get notified if there are videos like this coming up. So moving on, make use of the support system of freelancing platform. So she mentioned Uma. There are lots of Upwork has multiple. They are even encouraging you to use the AI features.
Upwork even has some productivity tools. I've been seeing they've been really advertising it very recently. There
are many. Fiverr also has some. There is the seller. Fiverr has Does it have seller plus? It has something regarding seller, and
Yeah.
also it also gives you the ability to also pay for your gig to be boosted,
Promoted,
to
yeah.
be promoted. So also there is boosted proposal profile
Also on
on
Upwork.
Upwork, availability, to turn on your availability badge, different and multiple things. Make use of them. See which one is working, see which one is not working before you make decisions. People come like availability badge, do I really need it? Sometimes you need it. It can work for you. There's somebody that I know that I went to search for a particular keyword on up and I saw her coming up and I saw the available now, but this thing is working for this person. For me, it may not be the same thing, though I already turned it on because I want to test it out as well. Make use of the support system of freelancing platforms. Make use of the customer support as well. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Feel free to ask Upwork, Fiverr, or anything. So, and also in terms of client, as also on Fiverr, that could have actually affected my. Is it JSS? No, it's not JSS on Fiverr. Is it JSS on Fiverr?
I don't know. I forgot the name.
The rating system. I forgot it. So
I think it's something score too, Sean.
yeah, let's just say it's GSS. So if you are familiar with Fiverr, you know it. So it could have affected it, but straight up, I went to meet their support, tell them and discuss the issue, which is why you should also always keep communication on the platform.
Yeah.
And then they practically went to check it. And then, okay, they give me a summary of everything I have done in the chat. We understand that you've tried doing this, you even give the clients different options, but still the client still wants to cancel the order and everything. You've tried your best. Don't worry, feel free, try to communicate with the client if the person can still, if the order still wants to be cancelled, it can be cancelled. Message us straight up and we would ensure that it does not affect your success score. And when it finally got cancelled, it didn't affect. So that is just one thing on that.
Yeah, I agree. Just use as many portions of the support system that each freelance platform provides. Okay, so the next point we have here is learn and use. Learn and use. I think a lot of people will sit and watch videos like this and many others, and they'll just have head knowledge, maybe save the video, maybe even crop a portion of the key, post it on their status, write something down, but they never really use this knowledge. One thing I liked about that guy I was talking about was that everything I said to him, he did not leave until he had implemented those things onto his Upwork account. So knowledge not used is useless. You get. So always make sure to use your knowledge. Always make sure to use everything that you are learning, you are gaining, new insights, new methods, new strategies. Use it and apply it. Then you can now begin to adjust and okay, this one, that one. But if you're not using it, you have no background or anything to even work with.
You just be a genius. Okay.
Yeah.
But results.
No results.
Yeah. So and also there's a great man. What's his name? He's a network marketer.
Jim Ron?
No.
David Imonite?
He's mentee.
David Imonite is mentee.
Ugochukwu.
Oh, Ugochukwu. He's a mentee to David. Are you serious? Wow. I don't know if everybody meant to get mentee.
So, and he said the evidence of knowledge is results.
Yeah.
You know something, make sure you are getting results with it. So as you are learning this or you are learning anything elsewhere, ensure you are using it, implement it straight up. So yeah, moving to the 17th point is that in terms of prioritizing clients, and I feel like this is something that most people have actually had case scenarios like that. There are 4 types of clients. There are high income clients but with bad attitude.
So true.
Yeah, let me say high paying, not high income. High paying clients but with bad attitude.
Yeah.
High paying clients, good attitude. Low paying clients, good attitude. Low paying clients, bad attitude. See that last one? See, that work.
Malo.
Just let them go. So, what do you think?
I agree with this. You see that first one, okay, those first 2. You see that second one is rare and it's always a very sweet spot because there always be high-paying clients and nasty attitude. That you wake up in the middle of the night from sleep with sweat, thinking about this person or their project, but you don't want to cancel because this is a client that after you just do the job, they can just joke a bit like $50, I come for $100 tip, but the person is mean. No, the person is genuinely mean or audacious. Like this client I'm talking about, he has money. I sabi. He has spent over $55,000 on Upwork, and he just gives that money. He's the kind of client that will come and tell you, "I want you to do this. This is the amount I'm giving you." That's how he talks. Like it's not even a conversation. I'll give you this, get this done, this, and always okay. I'll give you a good review, and after everything, we'll just throw you one tip. So he has money. He has money to spend, but it's just his attitude. Why are you going to follow me talk as if he's my daddy? I think maybe the mistake I made was telling her I'm still a college student. So it's because the film say, when you write some things that in Sabi say this is being rude. But say, it's just an advice. And I'll be like, but then to find that second category, which is high paying and good attitude, I beg you.
I've worked with every form.
Yeah, I've tested everything. Everything of that scale. If you can find those high paying, good attitude people, hold them tight. Because they tend to be very loyal. And loyal in terms of the fact that if you get to a point where even things they know you're not experienced in, they will bring you these jobs so that, okay, it's like Mr. Joshua now is an e-commerce expert. I could not do e-commerce for the life of me. Maybe I build apps. And maybe I built an app for this high-paying, good attitude client. And then it comes a day when he wants to do an e-commerce job. He knows that he has options to go and look for the thousands of freelancers anywhere. But he will come to me and say, hey, Mavi, do you do this? And even if you don't, you know somebody who does. Knowing fully well that, okay, if I hire Joshua or if I bring Joshua in, I will still get some kind of cut. So he just wants to make sure that I stay paid. Because he's kind of like thankful or grateful to me or something, because he's nice, good attitude. They tend to be very, very loyal. They tend to be very, very understanding. But also remember, don't take them for granted. You get. So, and then they are the ones that they are genuinely good people. It's not their fault. But no, it's not their fault. It's just genuinely the situation they find themselves in. I know a guy I was working for as a cold caller. And then I was always so pissed at why he was paying me so low until I understood the long train that his money was coming from. He was like the fourth person in the chain, which would make me the fifth. So the money could have been so high from the client, but when it goes through number 1, number 2, number 3, when it gets to number 4, I'll pay less than what you are paying. So they're just those. And they are the ones that they don't have money and have nasty attitude. Why are you broke and proud, sir? Sir, can we talk about it? Why are you broke and proud? It makes no sense. Honestly, it makes no sense. Those ones. I think there's also this thing that we put for your tax. Important and urgent. Important but not urgent. Urgent but not important. Not important, not urgent. What do you do with those ones? The same thing you do with these clients. You to what side?
Don't, for the sake of, I don't have something I want to currently. Let me just get it.
But the thing you're working on not be problem.
But there are some jobs that they're actually paying you and I enjoyed working.
Then, do you understand?
Like, there's peace of mind.
It's a fun experience.
Those clients are actually good. You can still manage to work with them. I ain't come bad attitude. Just endure. Endure.
Point number 18. And that is have client options. No client lasts forever. And that one is a fact. There are some clients that they will make you so high and lofty promises. Oh, we'll do this, we'll build the world, we'll be president, everything. And you yourself, you now say, I'm sorted. And you calculate how much you are going to make. I said, this will cover my bills from February to December. You now become complacent and comfortable. So you're no longer striving to get more clients and anything like that. And you're forgetting that this client is a human being. And this client has a family and has other things. That thing has happened to me many times. I learned that lesson the hard way. And I had to learn it after multiple experiences. I kept just trusting in the words of clients. You see yourself building a house, buying that gadget on a promise. Not on a project or on an offer or on a payment or on a promise. Always have, in football, it's called squad depth. You never see, a football team is just supposed to be 11 guys, 10 players, 1 keeper. But when you go to check them, all this, I don't know this thing, well, you check them with their coaches, there will be almost 60 people. How is it that, how did we go from 11 to 60? Because most always have options. I think in the book, the laws of teamwork is called The Law of the Bench. Yes, by John C. Maxwell. It's called The Law of the Bench. Always have people lined up. Say, okay, you're out, I'll be next. Always have substitutes. Always have options. The more the merrier. That one made you the higher lofty promises and eventually come through. Awesome. But you also have some guiding money, some little one or two, and it never hurts.
Like have client options. Because suddenly I just received a notification. Your 25 hours job has been limited to 10 hours. So I have to start sending proposals. Okay, I need to get another client,
And it's always best to do that when you're not under that desperation or that pressure. So do it before you even need them.
So have client options, very, very important. And then the 19th one is that ensure your charts are on the contract page for support purposes. And I think we've mentioned this previously. So that Fiverr or Upwork can support, most especially on Fiverr. Ensure your chart is on the contract page so that if there is a need for anything, of course, you are not expecting the project to go wrong.
But anything can happen.
But anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Like, especially, and this is not me shading Fiverr, it is predominant on Fiverr.
Yeah.
Clients or buyers, buyers can just go scot-free with your money, and then they just cancel the contract.
Go scot-free with the money and also with the work you had done.
The work you had done.
Do you understand?
So it happens predominantly on Fiverr. So because it is more biased to the client. So ensure that even if anything wants to, you have the support, you have your chart in the contract page. So that in case they want to check anything, they can go there, check it out. If there's anything that wants to be done, they can do it for you.
One of my worst experiences was actually I'm no bias, but I have to just agree. The platform is more bias centric. One of the worst experiences. I mean, I don't even know at this point. I don't know, it went bad so fast. I mean, literally I was looking at $2,000 on the account, and you know that thing that Fiverr would, when a client reports, so they'll freeze. They'll freeze your money.
Oh.
And the crazy thing was I was still getting new clients, getting new projects. So money they add to that 2,000. And everything was just pissing me off. It got so bad. The only way this guy could permit me was when I had to stage a very, very messy situation where I had friends of mine come in. I had them destroy my room. And I recorded it. I told him that this is what happened to all my property. I'm just a student. My landlord has kicked me out because I can't pay my bills. You don't understand? And then I sent the video to this guy, and I also sent this video to Upwork support. Before, as he just say, okay, oh yeah, your work will, as he
Withdraw.
I withdrew because what? And the money was not just mine. So imagine the pressure of people that their money also did the account, because it was more like an agency account and all of that. And why? So, and what happened? My clients jadi. So there was no proof of anything. I took him off. We were talking on WhatsApp. Baba come block me on WhatsApp.
And most times they even go and screenshot the chat on WhatsApp and send it to Upwork.
She carry me come.
They are communicating with them, and that is even everything.
It is directly against Fiverr's COS. So we are gone.
You are gone. So ensure your chart on the contract page. Like I said previously, most times I'm like, but nowadays they are saying like, this my chart should continue on Upwork, on Fiverr. Because most times I don't even want to save your number. Even luckily I have you on WhatsApp. I don't save your number. I don't want to be seeing my status. So, but anyways, chat on the support. So moving to the second to the last one, which is the 20th one.
I think the 20th point is the point that I think the one that I gave, that we treat people the same by treating them differently. So you always want to make sure that all your clients are treated as individuals. Don't say with one client, it's like, even in friendship, they are your friends, that are particular friends of yours that if I say, Mumu, how are you out there? At least for those people that have friendship like that. And there's that one friend that if you don't like, what is that? Why are you insulting me? Sorry,
I'm just playing.
I'm just playing because what do you understand? Because you're playing with Sikira like that. Don't play. What do you mean? Mumu, how you call it? You understand? So you treat people differently. All clients must be treated differently. They must be spoken to differently. Must be addressed differently. Don't carry one person clothes and use to wear clothes to everybody. Don't carry one person wrapper. Use to wear clothes to everybody. Everybody is not the same. That takes knowledge to be able to know it's not even good for the gander. So it's another man's poison. So don't poison yourself. Treat each client and each individual differently. I mean, this is not even just a client thing. This is a human-to-human relationship thing. That's how you talk to somebody and the person they're cool with it. And that's how you don't no. This person is. Because we're all different. There's the cholerics, there's the what are those things called?
Choleric, phlegmatic, melancholy, and this last one.
Yes,
sanguine.
Sanguine. Wait, is sanguine the fun people?
Sanguine is the fun.
Everything has an advantage. That's a disadvantage. Everything has a disadvantage. That's an advantage. So exactly. So imagine this is how you are working with a sanguine client. What could they do that kind of thing for someone that's choleric? It do not end well. So just know how to know. Okay, this is this person. This is this person.
All right. So treat everyone equally by treating them differently.
Yeah.
So the last point, which is the 21st. 21st, am I correct?
And 21st, 2-1.
Is that 2025 is coming? Have your goals.
Yeah.
Have plans. If you are waiting for January 1st to have your, know what are the skills I am. What is my, I think 2024, my main goal was to be a learner. Actually, to be a learner. So you should know, okay, 2025, And as you are learning, make sure you're earning.
Mhm.
So what skills are you learning? How are you upskilling yourself? Upskilling and upscaling.
Yeah.
Getting good gadgets. You can't, there will come a time you need that things. So know the skills, start learning the skills. Even if you buy a course, there are many online platforms that offer courses for free. There is HubSpot, there is Allison. There are multiple ones.
And even before you even get a course, I think I have this saying.
You can do YouTube too.
You understand? Before you try a paid option for something, find a quality unpaid option. I mean, if not just maybe just one particular YouTube channel, maybe a YouTube playlist, or find people that they are YouTubers and they just focus on that particular thing, and then just kill yourself on all their 2,000 videos on that particular thing over and over, up to the point where somebody is playing a video in the background and I'm repeating the same statement. So YouTube playlists are just like courses.
Yeah.
Because it's just like the modules and everything split.
This could be a course as well. So you can learn from something from it. Prepare, know your goal. Is your goal marketing? Is your goal learning? Is your goal getting clients? Everything should be compiled, but have it in a stage by stage purpose. This month. Most especially, we also mentioned before, community is very important. It saves you time. And I guess that is it for this. So if you want to see other videos, you can check other videos in that could help you. It could, maybe you are wanting to get clients on other platforms apart from Fiverr or maybe on Facebook. I have a video. I would attach it to somewhere. I'll just attach it somewhere. You see it somewhere. It will pop up somewhere. Or whether you want to know how to send proposals, you can also go check a video on that. So just go here. On this channel, we are all about helping you have an easy and smoother journey in your freelancing career. 25 is coming, and then we hope that it will be a beautiful year. So I want to appreciate
Thank you for having me.
Fiyinfoluwa Awopetu for being saving her time. She's actually meant to travel, but then I'm seeing that she's been receiving calls that where are you? So we'd like to leave her, and so you can comment below if you should, you can, you may, you want to. Thank you very much for this, and then we'll see you on the next video. So remember to like, share, subscribe, comment, and turn on the notification bell. So that's that on that. See you 2025.
Bye guys.